Alright. Instruct manually. Oh, as always. Always, always, always. And unfortunately, because this was not a story battle or a paralogue, she did not get any motivation from this. So, that sucks. Let's see. Oh, he needs to unlock his talent in dances at some point. And I did not check that he only had 75% motivation. Whoops. Okay, so Vayne and Felix. I actually do want to get Felix a little higher in... No, we're gonna focus on the guys. And we're gonna focus on getting them X rank.
Well, that worked out.
We should probably also put Ingrid into X rank now that I think about it. Because she also needs to get Death Blow from Brigand, so... Yeah, we're gonna have to change her goals a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to change her goals because she's going to need Brigand X rank. Brigand's skill Death Blow. Almost everybody, pretty much if I have a physical fighter, they will learn Death Blow. Unless their name is Dimitri with his ridiculous 65% strength growth or whatever it is, then he doesn't need it. But especially somebody like Ingrid, whose strength growth is not the best, she's gonna need it. So, axes and lances. This is all fine. Axes and lances, bows and lances. Bows and axes, sorry. I think the rest should be okay. We're gonna keep the group tasks, as I said.
Hey, pal.
Focus on brawling and faith skills to excel as a war monk. War monk is the special class that came with Balthus in the DLC. It is a shit class. It tries to be both a healer and a brawler, and it does neither of these very well. No. We are putting you on the War Master path, Balthus. It's a lot better for you, believe me. St. Macule Day, free him. Fun fact: even if you play Crimson Flower and you play as somebody who has literally invaded the monastery and waged war on the goddess, you can still take part in the hymns, which is hilarious. My first hymn after the Crimson Flower time skip was a hymn with the two random participants, Edelgard and Hubert. It was perfection. Let's see who we get. This is basically free choir practice for us, though. There's no point in not doing it.
Tra-la-la-la-la, sing out over peaks, ring out over valleys, let my lovely voice echo through the streets and alleys.
Singing in tune with others proved quite difficult.
Oh. Well, at least Constance needs it. At least Constance is somebody that I actually, want to have that, so... But they do the choir practice, oh my god.
Here is the result.
I'm sorry, Didu. I did not want to put you through this. Okay.
I can do better.
This isn't... I'm getting the hang of it. It is still... I learn with my...
Alright. Those were some good level ups. Especially for Felix, because Felix is going to be the #1 person who is going to need, who's going to hit, his skill ranks. Oh, and we have our first support between Didu and Mercedes. Let's go.
Dear goddess, please protect us.
Mercedes.
Oh, Didu. Was there something you needed?
His Highness sent me to collect you.
I see. I'll be with you in just a moment. I'm almost finished here.
You were praying.
I was. Praying for everyone's safety. And praying for good desserts tonight. And that my next exam goes well.
The Fodlan goddess will accept prayers of any sort.
It's true. I've thought the same thing myself. That reminds me, Didu. Weren't you born in Duskur?
Yes.
Do the people of Duskur pray to the goddess too?
Duskur had a very different view of religion.
Oh?
In Duskur, there were many gods. The sky had a god. the earth had a god. We made offerings to the war god for victory in battle, held feasts for the sea god to calm the waves.
So your people prayed to different gods depending on what they needed?
Correct.
Your beliefs sound so different from ours. Tell me more.
Why? Duscur is a ruin.
Duscur may be gone, but you're still here. Would you tell me more about it the next time we meet?
If you insist.
Really? That would be great. I'm looking forward to hearing more soon.
Duscur is gone, but I'm still here.
I love these two together. And I love this support because we get a lot of lore in the backstory building on Duscur. But also, I love Mercedes reminding him that, yeah, what happened to your people happened and it's terrible, but you're still here, and as long as even one of you is still alive, your culture still continues, and it's a beautiful culture, and I want to hear about it. And I just think that's an absolutely wonderful, lovely support. So let's see. I don't actually need a steel sword. Oh, he doesn't have any vulneraries at this moment. Okay. He does need the extra lance. I just need to see if anybody needs more. He's gonna need an extra lance. So we're gonna need to buy one for Sylvain. And one for Ingrid, probably. Why do you have a sword? You can get rid of that. Okay, and we are probably going to need... How many bows do we have in the convoy? We have 2 training bows. I'm gonna buy another iron bow. Marketplace. We wanted to buy another lance for Sylvain and Ingrid. Where is she? There she is. And we wanted to buy another bow. Let's give it to Felix since he's already here. Because we are going to use this next battle to get everybody to level 5. And we will do that in we will do that when we get to Costas. Just hang on a moment, I just got pinged by something. Alright, we'll see if we have to take care of that in just a moment. Item shop, we can sell whoever had this golden nugget thing that it was. The bullion, there it is. That's just for cash, so we're gonna get that. We cannot go to the battalion guild yet, we cannot go to the blacksmith yet, unfortunately. And this is the only time in the entire game that we are going to use a seminar. Because usually seminars are pretty useless. You can use them to teach Byleth stuff, but faculty training is much more efficient for that. Yeah, faculty training is much more effective for Byleth, and normal instruction is much more effective for everybody else. It's just not worth using an entire instruction day or an entire exploration day on. But this time, this is the only time that we're going to do it, and we are going to go with lances. This is the one I usually use because Byleth does need to get lance rank pretty quickly to get into Pegasus Knight. So we're going with lances. And the authority bonus is going to be good for both Ingrid and Dimitri. So let's go. Nice.
The glory of progress.
Each new experience. I'm really getting the hang of this.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Ta-da! Ah, yeah, why not?
Thank you so much.
Professor, I just got word from the Knights that the last of the thieves have been cornered.
Just as planned. They're in Xanadu, the Red Canyon.
We certainly can't allow those underhanded thieves to get away. Let's work together and do our best to take them down.
It matters not who we're up against. They will not harm His Highness.
We're just fighting common thieves, right? I don't expect much of a challenge.
Aren't you a spoil sport? I'm actually quite excited myself. Who knows? There may even be some cute lady thieves.
Well, at any rate, a real battle is a great opportunity for us to see how far we've come. True. The mock battle was a success. We'll be fine so long as we stay the course.
Perhaps we are a bit overly excited, but remember that we have the Knights on our side. All should be well. Ah, and speaking of the Knights, I heard that Gerald is once again one of the Knights of Seros. Perhaps we'll have the good fortune of seeing you two fight side by side. Oh, of course. I apologize for letting my childish whims get the better of me. In all honesty, I'm a bit jealous. My parents are no longer around.
And here we have an excellent example of Byleth just being completely clueless. He's like, my parents are no longer around. And instead of giving us the option to say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, it's like, what do you mean? No longer around? Like, Byleth, take a hint. They're dead. They are dead.
They died. Both of them. I'm all that remains of them now. Anyhow, I'm sorry to bore you with such things. I'd say it's nearly time for us to depart, eh, Professor?
And yeah, so Vayne is just gonna be like, hey, you look stunning with that axe. Do you want to get some coffee or tea? To the bandit who's literally trying to kill him. That he would do that. He would absolutely do that. Okay, so we've checked everything. We should be fine. We're just still going to save. Just to be absolutely sure. And let's go.
So, we are taking children into battle, are we? I'm not certain I will be able to sleep soundly after beholding something like that. I shall allow you to turn back the hands of time. But no, this power is not infinite.
Sophis, you sleep pretty easily no matter what we do. I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay, this time we cannot actually bring any of the Ashen Wolves, which is just as fine because we can just use them as Adjutants later. Byleth has enough, he has enough. Honorary Iron Bow, this is good. I'm actually going to give the Chalice of Beginnings to Ash, so he can fight back in case he gets attacked. Because he needs it a lot more right now than Dimitri. She has Wind. Does she finally have a spell, a faith spell? No, she does not. Okay. Does Mercedes finally have a reason spell? She does. Oh, thank goodness. Now we can actually attack with Mercedes. Now we're getting somewhere. We're gonna try to kill at least one bandit with every single person because we are going to get very interesting dialogues from that. But yeah, let's go for now. This is fine. Fight. Let's go.